On and off for the last 15 years, I have been the creative director of Beecher's Madhouse, along with Jeff Beecher, who is the owner and creator. And we had an ongoing club inside the hotel for a few years. You know, like how buildings like totally hold energy, and you can feel when you're somewhere. It's just, regardless of it being haunted, it has a lot of like, people just go there to get wasted. So it has that energy in it too. It's like a party hotel. There was many experiences in the hotel. So much of our talent refused to go to the backstage dressing room, refused to be in that hallway behind the stage by themselves. After a certain time, wouldn't go into the theater on their own. And you would hear people walking, you could hear people laughing, you could hear all sorts of stuff that you can choke up to. You're being in a busy hotel, maybe it's just nothing. And then it would happen all the time when you know no one is in there. And so it was like this weird thing where you start to convince yourself it's not happening when secretly you know it really is. People always say that Marilyn Monroe haunts that hotel. I don't believe it's Marilyn Monroe. She made it, she wouldn't still be there. It's like Black Dahlia vibes, like somebody who never quite made it, an extra that got like murdered in there or something. After we left the suite, we went down back to the club, and it just continued. It felt like somebody was watching us, just your hairs on your body just standing on edge. And we went back up to the room, and I just had such a terrible feeling about everything that I was like, we can't stay here. And I didn't even end up staying for the event that I was throwing. We just left. I'm out. Like, didn't want to stay in there. After spending so much time in that hotel, and it gets cold, and then there's nothing there, and you hear things, and you think that you're going crazy, or that it's just because it's a busy hotel, and that probably like through air conditioning vents, you're hearing it from other places because of how old the hotel is, but it's not that. It's probably the most haunted hotel I've ever stayed in. My whole life, weird stuff like this has happened to me. What it is about me that makes it easier for this stuff to happen, or for that I even notice it. Because some people wouldn't, most people wouldn't. When you've been accused of being a Satanist your whole life because of who your father is, you can't help but wonder what it is everyone's talking about. So naturally, I kind of looked into it because I wanted to understand what I was being accused of. Couldn't be further from the truth, but it's been a part of my life my whole life, not by choice. A lot of people, they're way too concrete and way too black and white thinking, like it can't see past what they've grown to understand because they're scared. And I'm not. What is the spirit gonna do to you? Nothing. Like, and also I think it's also got a lot to do with the fact that I'm English, where things are so old and have so much history. And living in California, like, what is the oldest building? Maybe 50 years old. Maybe if you're really lucky, you might come across something that's maybe 100 years old. That's just like, that's young in England for a building. Really young. So it's very different here.